Children squealed with delight when Santa appeared at their door, unaware that Christmas joy would become their darkest nightmare. Christmas Eve 2008 was supposed to be a night of joy for the Ortega family, a cherished tradition where laughter and love filled their home. Joseph and Alice Ortega, the family's beloved patriarch and matriarch, had long upheld the tradition of bringing their children and grandchildren together for Christmas Eve. The house on Knollcrest Drive in Covina, California, was alive with laughter, shared meals, and the rustle of gifts being exchanged. Children played while the adults enjoyed a lively game of poker. It was a night like many others until the doorbell rang. The doorbell interrupted the festivities, and one of the children peeked out, squealing with excitement. "Santa's here!" The family had no reason to be alarmed. Santa Claus had visited their Christmas gatherings before. The man at the door, dressed as Santa, wheeled in a large gift box and carried a red sack over his shoulder. Smiling children rushed to greet him, unaware of the terror that was about to unfold. 8-year-old Katrina ran toward him with innocent delight. Without warning, the man pulled a handgun from his sack and shot Katrina at point-blank range. Screams replaced laughter as panic overtook the room. The man, later identified as Bruce Pardo, began firing indiscriminately, leaving no one spared. Blood splattered across the festive decorations, and the joyful chatter of moments before was drowned by gunfire and cries for help. Bruce's rampage didn't end there. From the large gift box, he retrieved a homemade flamethrower fueled by jet fuel and unleashed an inferno. The fire spread quickly, consuming the house and everything inside. Survivors scrambled to escape, breaking windows or hiding under furniture as the flames engulfed the home. Startled neighbors rushed outside, watching helplessly as the once vibrant house turned into a blazing firestorm. By the time firefighters extinguished the blaze, 9 family members, including Joseph, Alice, their children, and grandchildren, had perished. Their bodies were burned so badly that identification required dental records. Survivors stumbled out, covered in blood and soot, their faces etched with horror. For the Ortega family, Christmas Eve had become a nightmare of unimaginable proportions. As investigators pieced together the events of the night, the horrifying identity of the man in the Santa suit came to light. Bruce Pardo, Sylvia Ortega's ex-husband, was a man consumed by bitterness and driven by vengeance. Once a successful aerospace engineer, Bruce's life had spiraled into turmoil following a knee injury that left him unable to work. Financial struggles compounded his anger, as did his divorce from Sylvia, finalized just days before the massacre. The divorce settlement had left Bruce seething, especially the court-ordered spousal support to Sylvia. But his hatred ran deeper. Sylvia's discovery of Bruce's dark past, his abandonment of a brain-damaged son from a previous relationship, had shattered their marriage. For Bruce, the Ortegas represented everything he had lost: family, stability, and control. Bruce's attack was chillingly calculated. He exploited the family's trust by disguising himself as Santa, knowing they would welcome him without suspicion. The homemade flamethrower and his stockpile of ammunition demonstrated months of meticulous planning. Investigators found handwritten notes detailing the Ortega family's Christmas traditions and the layout of their home. His choice of jet fuel for the fire ensured that the house and much of the evidence would be destroyed. After the massacre, Bruce shed his Santa suit and fled the scene, reportedly muttering "Merry Christmas" to a stunned neighbor. Witnesses described seeing a blue Dodge Caliber speeding away with its headlights off. The car was later found near Bruce's brother's home in Sylmar, California, rigged with explosives. Investigators discovered weapons, ammunition, and a map marked with additional targets, including Sylvia's divorce attorney. However, Bruce's plans unraveled when he suffered third-degree burns during the fire. Unable to continue, he returned to his brother's home and ended his life with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The tranquility of Covina's Christmas Eve was shattered as frantic 911 calls flooded emergency lines. "There's a fire! People are running out of the house!" one caller cried. Another described the sound of gunshots followed by explosions. First responders arrived to a scene of devastation. The Ortega home was engulfed in flames, forcing firefighters and neighbors to keep their distance from the intense heat. Survivors stumbled out, coughing and crying, their clothes streaked with soot and blood. Leticia Józef Polski, the only Ortega sibling to survive, made a desperate call for help. "He shot my daughter! He's burning the house! Please, send someone, please!" Despite being shot in the face, her 8-year-old daughter Katrina miraculously survived. Leticia clung to her, refusing treatment for her own injuries. "She's all I have left," she whispered to paramedics. Sal, Sylvia's teenage son, managed to escape by smashing a window and jumping to safety. His survival, however, left him consumed by guilt. "I just ran," he later admitted. "I didn't stop to help anyone." 6-year-old Amanda, another survivor, had hidden behind the Christmas tree during the attack. Paralyzed by fear, she stayed silent as the flames consumed the house, eventually escaping with her life. Inside the charred ruins, investigators discovered the remains of 9 family members. Bullet casings scattered among the ashes bore witness to the carnage. The flames had obliterated most physical evidence, but survivor testimonies painted a clear picture of Bruce's calculated brutality. The tragedy left the survivors with wounds that would never fully heal. Leticia, despite her profound loss, became the heart of the family's recovery. She adopted Katrina and Amanda, focusing on creating a stable home for them. Katrina, though scarred by her injuries, grew into an advocate against gun violence, using her story to inspire change. Sal, burdened by survivors' guilt, dedicated his life to helping others in crisis. The Covina community rallied around the survivors, offering shelter, donations, and emotional support. Vigils honored the 9 lives lost, while local organizations raised funds to help Leticia care for her daughters. Neighbors opened their doors, providing refuge to those who had fled the fire. The overwhelming outpouring of support demonstrated the strength of a community united in compassion. The massacre also sparked broader conversations about domestic violence, gun control, and mental health. Activists and community leaders organized workshops and forums to address these issues, hoping to prevent similar tragedies. Katrina's advocacy gained national attention as she spoke out against gun violence and shared her story of survival. The rebuilt home on Knollcrest Drive became a symbol of resilience, a reminder that healing was possible even after unimaginable loss. Annual memorials celebrated the Ortega family's legacy of love and togetherness. For Lieutenant Tim Doonan, who led the investigation, the case was a stark reminder of humanity's capacity for both evil and good. "What Bruce Pardo did was monstrous," he said, but the strength of the survivors and the compassion of the community showed that even in the darkest moments, hope can prevail. Though scars remained, the survivors refused to let Bruce Pardo's actions define their lives. Instead, they honored their loved ones by rebuilding their lives with purpose and resilience. Their story serves as a testament to the enduring power of love and the strength of the human spirit, proving that even in the face of tragedy, light can endure. Don't miss more gripping true crime stories. Hit subscribe to explore the darkest chapters of human history with us.